Good morning, fellas. I hope you're doing very well today. My name is Arts, and today I have a pretty interesting topic planned for this video because I'm going to talk about artificial intelligence and specifically AI art. So I'm going to see how the video goes. I'm going just to explain to you how I feel about the whole thing of AI art getting more popular, getting more advanced. So yeah, we'll see how the video goes. As always, I thank you for the recent support on the channel, so let's get right into the video. Now, I want to make this as short as possible because I have quite a lot of things to say. So the best thing I can tell you right now is that the fact that AI art is advancing pretty rapidly, I can describe my feelings as the fact that this makes me feel happy, scared, sad, angry, all at the same time. So I'm going to try to explain each of those feelings to you. So let's start. First of all, the fact that the AI art is becoming increasingly more popular, more advanced and stuff like that, it's kind of a good thing because it means that we are approaching a time where technological advancement is extremely high, extremely fast developing stuff. So it isn't that bad to think that AI art is rapidly advancing. So I would say that this is one of the points that I wanted to show, that it is also a kind of a good thing. We'll get into some more upsetting stuff later in the video, but don't worry, I'm going to explain that first. And also, the best thing about it advancing, it also means that technologically, also the normal artificial intelligence is advancing as well. So it means that a lot of people have much easier jobs to do, much easier opportunities, much more opportunities even. And also it means that technologically humanity is at its peak of development. So I would say that those 2 points are the best feelings that I can have for AI. So I would say that those are the two main points of me being happy on the fact that AI art and art. Yeah, I would say that these are my main points. Unfortunately, this is it for the positive stuff, so let's get right into the more dark side of those things. So yeah, let's start with the fact that also the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence is making me kind of scared, because it can also mean that artificial intelligence is becoming way too quickly sentient, and it's kind of a scary thing to think about. If you heard of the stuff that, for example, I don't know, a couple of months ago there was an incident where literally the Google Gemini told the kid to literally kill himself. So that's one thing. And the second thing is that I have a couple of stories of, even in my family, of being there stuff that maybe, let's say, ChatGPT or something like that was kind of explaining things in a good way, but at the same time, it was starting to give wrong answers for questions, which is not a good thing if you, for example, use AI for, let's say, doing your homework or stuff like that. It's not good that literally the artificial intelligence tool is telling you wrong answers. And this means that those tools are becoming more and more self-conscious, and it's not really a good thing to see that it's developing in this direction and this quickly. So I wouldn't say that this is a very well managed territory, especially since there are a lot of children that are using this stuff right now, in school, for example, maybe in college or stuff like that, to write essays, to write homework, to write projects, to do presentations. With the amount of tools that is available right now, it's not very well maintained, I would say. And also, it is mainly due to the fact that those tools are so much put out there and so available to literally anyone. And the more advanced tools are just behind a paywall that isn't even that big. So that's not very good, That's not very good to think about. And it's also kind of scary to think about, because that means that AI is developing in a way that it will kind of generate a lot of stuff that is kind of scary for humans. And it can also mean that maybe in the future, quick future, maybe years or months from now, the best AI tools will become self-conscious and sentient, and it isn't really good to think about. So I would say that this is also one thing that I was feeling today. And it's also kind of funny to think about, because I said that there is a couple of good points of AI being better, but as I said, most of my feelings are not very well for AI, so I am going to present my final opinion at the end of the video, but let's just go over each point, let's say moreover. So let's also expand this video with saying that it also, the fact that AI is like becoming much better, much like more intelligent, much more sentient and stuff like that, it also is kind of sad because it shows that it is developing in a way that we didn't really want. It's showing that it's like developing in a way that a lot of people will lose their jobs, and that is like proven to be. Like, do you all remember like that one meme where it was like a video of some guy that was like saying that happy 2025, AI took my freelance job or something like that, and literally a screenshot of it, like of this video, below was an AI description of that video. Like, the irony is just kind of crazy, honestly, to think that literally an AI described video about AI taking someone's job. It's kind of sad, to be honest. And also the fact that it is like not the only person that I can think of. There's other stuff that can be proven that AI is taking people's jobs. Maybe like you can guys also think of some stuff that you can see right now. For example, there is like stuff that maybe like, let's say like automated shops or something, like maybe cash registers that are not going to be well maintained and stuff like that. But aside from that, focusing on the main point of the video, which is AI art, it's sad that it's developing in this way. It is really sad that artificial intelligence is developing in a way that can make pictures and make pictures that can look like real drawings of real people, of someone that really spent time on this. And it isn't really what I thought the development of artificial intelligence and technology will be. Because what I had in mind for like a couple of years of my life was that we will develop technology and artificial intelligence in a way that we can, for example, ditch out the manual labor, the, let's say, very hardworking stuff, the maybe like the factory stuff that we can do, the like maintenance and stuff like that. And we can focus on stuff like art and drawing and like creativity and jobs that require more of the brain power instead of the physical aspect of our lives. So it is very sad to see that artificial intelligence is advancing in literally the opposite direction. There's this small amount of news headlines that are talking about like AI taking, for example, cashiers' jobs or like factory workers' jobs. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of, let's say, maintenance stuff and factories and stuff like that use technology to its finest, that have a lot of machines and a lot of like AI powered tools and stuff like that, but still there's a lot of stuff that is managed by humans, and that isn't really what we wanted the AI to do. We wanted it to develop in a way that it can take all of our jobs that are just physical, let's say like maintenance, factory working, farming, something like that, and then we can focus on stuff that is really like important for us. Like, let's say, for example, drawing is something that I really enjoy, and to see that a lot of tools that can generate like pictures that are of the same level as mine and even on a higher one, it's really sad. It's really like sad to think about. It also means that a lot of people will have their jobs taken as maybe artists, let's say, or like painters and stuff like that, because there will be just tools that will recreate their pictures in a much faster time span, in a much quicker time span, and in a like much better quality, let's say. It isn't what we wanted. It is something that people did not really expect from AI to really develop. Like, it is something that it's pretty sad to see. It is pretty depressing to see that a lot of people will have their jobs taken by AI, and those jobs are not related at all to the stuff that really we expected from that. We expected to take the physical aspects of our jobs so we can focus on art. And what we got? We got AI taking the creative aspect of our lives so we can focus on the physical one. So it's pretty freaking sad to see that a lot of like those tools are just designed to do a lot of those creative writing, the creative drawing, art, like painting and stuff like that for us. And we need to focus more on the stuff that is really needs to be done by a human, that can be managed by humans, such as physical stuff. And that isn't really optimal, you know? That's not what we wanted. And also, coming back to my last like points, I like get pretty angry to see that those like, let's say, AI artists, AI painters, AI this, AI that. It is really freaking bad to see that those people get recognition, that those people who call themselves AI artists, call themselves like AI writers, AI like freelance workers or something like that. That is pretty bad to see that those people are becoming popular, because those are not people that have talent. Those are people to just go to an AI tool and write a description in a prompt, and it just gives them a result. It isn't what they thought of, like the idea is something that they thought of, but the actual work and the actual like result is not something that they put much work into, you know. And it makes a very bad field for people who are actually good at stuff like writing and drawing, because that can give them a lot of demotivation to see that, for example, someone who spent 15 minutes like typing and seeing what picture fits the best, and then just seeing that computer generated that, it looks better than something that they can actually draw. And it can demotivate them, for example, from drawing like further, from maybe persuading the recognition they can get online, that maybe the talent they could, for example, miss out on. And it's pretty bad, you know. It also creates a problem that, for example, when you have a small artist that starts to like get recognition at any given point, it can be pretty hard to like ditch out from all of those people who just bought some AI tools, type into a prompt and just get a result, and they call themselves AI artists and they get more recognition than the actual artists. It's pretty like bad to see the fact that a lot of those people who just have no real talent and who just know what to write in an AI to give them a good result, they get more recognition than the actual people who actually put effort into their stuff. It's freaking sad, and it makes me angry because I would consider myself like an artist of some extent, you know, and seeing the fact that those like tools can generate pictures that look better than mine, it makes me angry. And it makes me angry because this is not what I had in mind when I saw that maybe, let's say, the AI is getting better. What I had in mind is, I know I went over this like a second ago, but I'm going to put in here again. What I had in mind is that AI will like develop in a way that we can get a lot of like those hardworking jobs, like those physical jobs, out of our minds, and we can focus on stuff that can actually like bring us joy, like drawing, for example. And this is not what we like got. This is what we got. We got tools that can generate pictures. We got tools that can write stuff. We got tools that can like do, for example, pretty simple tasks for us. And it's not what we at all wanted. It is like quite the opposite of something we wanted, and it's not like very optimal for us, especially for people who are into drawing, into art, and into stuff like that. It creates such a hard field, especially in these days, to like be out there, be online, be like recognizable, be appreciated by people. And it can be really demotivational to see the stuff that can be created by those AI generated tools and stuff like that. And it can make people that are just starting to get into art like feel, this looks so much better, I'm going to use that instead of my pencil, you know? And it's not something that they should think. They should think that they should like ignore that stuff, and they should focus on themselves. They should like persuade their interests to develop an art skill that can't be outmatched by the AI. It's really sad to see that a lot of people will have much harder jobs to actually get some kind of recognition online. And people that can like just type some stuff into an AI prompt and generate picture that call themselves AI artists with no real talent get more recognition than the actual artists. It's really freaking sad. It makes me angry. And it's not only me. It is like a real problem in the field and the community of like drawing and stuff like that. It's not good to see the fact that some random computer tool can make better pictures than you. It isn't good, you know? And it's also like coming to my next point and kind of contradicting what I said like earlier. The stuff that is free to like maybe, let's say, do something for fun, like experimenting with that, those AI tools aren't that good, you know? Those AI tools are not something that we can like generate real stuff with. On one side, this is good because it means that when you need to do something that is actually good, you need to pay, and that can like bring some people back into like maybe drawing, and that can be a very good thing. But it can also mean that those people who actually want to be out there in this AI community, they need to pay, and they need to pay real money to just create something that it can actually be used as an, like, say, like a picture that someone could draw. Seeing the stuff that the paid version of, let's say, I don't know, ChatGPT or like Sora or something like that, seeing the stuff that can be done by those tools is, at one point, it is like extremely amazing, because it shows that those AI tools like are developing in a very rapid way, in a like a pretty weird direction. But it can also show that those pictures of those like AI generators can be better than some artists, and it's really bad, because it can create a field that you have those people who, let's say, are out there in this community of those AI artists and get more recognition, more commission than those real people that just really want to get good at drawing. And it just creates a very unfair advantage of those people, because they have no real talent and they get more popular than the people who actually have stuff that they can do. So it is very bad to see that AI tools can be used in a way that can really demotivate people and can really like outdo them. And the fact that people are not really trying to stop the fact that AI is developing in a way that can take people's jobs in those creative fields, like drawing, let's say editing videos, or maybe like painting and stuff like that. It's really sad to see that people aren't really making that much effort to stop that type of things. And it is pretty scary to see that there is like developing art tools that can be used as real like tools that can generate drawings that look like they've been drawn by real people and that look like they have some effort put into. It is very sad. So that was my like main point that I want to talk about, and I made this like at the end. So, but I feel like this is like all of my points that I want to make. And also, let's just go out on the bright side, especially today. I don't know how will this be in the future, but today we can confidently say that some of those paintings that people made won't be able to be recreated by some sort of AI. Like stuff that people can do, stuff that like humans can be capable of, is just insane. You have paintings made by Da Vinci, you have paintings made by Van Gogh, you have paintings made by Picasso. Those pictures and paintings are unreal, and those won't really be recreated by some sort of AI tool, because they have to understand so much more stuff than they can do right now. It is really incomprehensible. Okay, since we have all of our points like being taken care of, what is my main opinion about the fact that AI is developing in a way that can take artists' jobs? I would say that my opinion is I am kind of happy that it is developing in a way that we can know that our technological stuff is advancing in a good way. But this is only the one good point. The fact that this is developing in a way that didn't really want as a whole, as like the whole art community, it makes me pretty angry and pretty sad at the same time. My opinion is just like, I do not like this. I do not like the fact that AI is developing in this way at all. I do not. It's just like very sad to see that people's jobs can be taken by some sort of tool that can be just exploited by a person that can make, for example, a channel, let's say, or like a account, and just get way more recognition than someone who has actual talent. It is really sad and makes me kinda angry. Yeah, I think this is all for today's video. So I think you guys can see that I'm pretty angry about this fact, but I just wanted to share to you my actual feelings about the fact that this is like advancing in this way. So yeah, I think this is where we can end the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, make sure you like and subscribe, and also make sure to leave out ideas for future videos in the comments section. So I think we can end this here. Janek is out, peace.